Right folks, welcome back. We are now going to do the return leg back to Delhi. We have loaded up our passengers. I believe the policy is they don't overbook this flight back, just in case there's any tourists that had a turn for the worse, because we are at a very high altitude. This is the area where you enter your altitude sicknesses. So and also we're going to carry a lot of freight back too. We're going to carry 2 tons of freight back, help the truckers out. The roads are blocked, so we've got to take some freight back to Delhi to be processed, whatever that may be. So we will get back into the flight deck. Well, what we'll do is we'll set our flight up, and then we'll go through this. I might have to go through this waypoint again, because we're going to have to enter in some manual waypoints. So we will get into this flight, request my new flight plan, and let's enter in all of the data, eh? So like I say, go into index, start off this page, go to this one. You can turn on the airport if you want. It will come up VI, just in case you forgot what it is, or you can't be bothered looking out over here. So VILH, VILH. Airport, you don't have to copy and paste your position because it's all looking after itself now. And then we go to our route. Since it's up there, we can paste that up there, and our destination is VIDB, VIDP I should say, and JAI. We're just going to keep with our same, just type in a random number there. And our departure is, as we've mentioned, it's one way in, one way out, so we have to use aid with a bit of the slope. We want to fly down this runway, and then we're going to depart out into the valley, and I think we're going to have to turn around and then come back around on ourselves, but we'll figure that out. Right, let's put in our airport. We're going to take off runway 25. Right, now we will surely there's an execute button, but I can't see that anywhere. But right, we'll put in this data now. So our cruising out altitude is, we're just going to 36,000, 36,000, 257.76. Plus 6 again, so that's minus 48. 0 fuel weight is, we'll round that up to 62.8. No, it's 55.4. I'll make it 50. That's better. And we need to remember to add these manually in because we didn't upload it straight from the flight plan. So 60 and 2.4. That's correct, 2.46 tons of fuel. And our cost index is 52. That's a bit high, but 52 it is. Execute that. Make sure we go into our menu and we actually put in these loads. So we'll put in 60.1, 6. And our payload, as we mentioned, is 55.5, 55.5. And that's that done, so you don't have to worry about that. What we will do is we'll just release all of these ground crew, because by the time we want to get going, so we come into here, ground crew, we're going to just release them all. Fuel's loaded, we can turn on all of our fuel tanks. Just set 36,000 feet, so we're ready. And Delhi, let's see if we will swap this around. We'll unload the next flight plan. Let's see if the actual elevation comes up on this chart. We'll just do 800 feet, eh? That's done, and we will enter in our flight plan, I think. Oh, we're taking off from runway, what was it? Runway 25, so I'll set that vaguely. And we are just going to do full throttle takeoff for this. I'm not going to... I think it's flaps 1 they used to, so... So we'll go with that, eh? Set our takeoff trims. We'll just do 57. Oh, we won't turn that on just yet, just in case anything happens. And we will turn all of these on. Right. That's right, we need to finish off doing our flight plan. We've pretty much got everything else set. So we've got our legs page, our route page. And we'll just decipher this information, shall we? Let's see where it's gone. So we're going to go, if you're following this, we're going to use waypoints LH6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, then back to Lee. And that will be our route out of here. So let me take a photo of that. So let's try this, folks. So we're going to go to the next page, and 6 is N3407.2 east, 07729.7. And then is it 6, and then back to waypoint 5, so north 3408.5, east 07727.6, then from 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, so north 3411.1, east 07723.8, waypoint 8 is north 3411.6, east 07717.0, so that's 5, 6, or 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 is north 3412.4, east 07713.5. The last way, or second to last way, 2 more after this. Waypoint 10 in 3411.5, east 07720.1, and then we're going back to waypoint 5 again, so that's in 3408.5, east 07727.6, and lay, which is, we can just enter in the actual waypoint, the LEH. We probably should enter in the actual waypoint. Activate, execute, and then from there we are basically going straight to Lax. We'll go to Lax, Lilacs and Pegma, then we'll figure out where we're going from there. So and let's have a look at our flight plan, Let's see what that looks like in the grand scheme of things. So go to plan mode. Oh, this looks a bit messy, but let's see how it goes, So legs. Oh. Let's just see how that goes, Right, let's give it a go, Let's see how that works. Alright, so just readjust my Right, I think we're ready to go. Let's give ourselves an idea on where we're gonna land as well. So runway 25. That's we'll land on runway. Actually, we'll find a runway with either 28 or 29. We'll find a runway with good low visibility. So 28, which is probably now 27, that doesn't have low visibility. 28, I mean. We will go with. Yeah, let's go with runway 28, which we'll change it to that. I'll just have a look at flight radar one more time just to make sure the planes are going to use that runway. It doesn't really make much difference. They're either going to be. It looks like they're still landing on that runway, so we'll select runway 28. We'll change it to something else. One of those will do, won't it? Where's the other one? Nah, we'll stick to the north, We'll add that one to our route. Done. And let's find the most logical arrival. Yeah, we'll just sweep right round to the final, It doesn't have one that links all the way up, so I'll just use the final. Done. We'll leave it at that for now, but we won't put that in just yet. Let's just do this departure. Let's get into it. Right, everything's shut. We will start up the engines, I guess. Yeah, I think everything's all set. Let's do it. Strobe lights on. Seatbelt stuff can come on. And we'll do a PAX off takeoff for this because it's a high altitude airport. So we'll do PAX off. We'll just get it all ready because we're not far from our. Just taxi out there, get full use of the runway, then take off. Yeah, we'll just set this to set it up fully. And we can say goodbye to our ground power unit. We can And we can now start our departure. Just turn on these. There's no one there now. Select flaps 1. Our trim's been set. Select that to continuous. Turn on that. And we will select that to auto, close it for now, turn these two off, and we will start our departure, folks. And we'll verify our takeoff speeds. Probably need a bit of throttle because it's quite high altitude. Alright, let's see how this all pans out, eh? Give this guy lots of room just in case you see aircraft there. Apparently they can nudge through there, but if there's another aircraft part there, it's pretty tight. Bit bumpy through here. What we will do is we'll turn on our landing lights, get our strobe lights on, get everything all ready. Turn on our auto throttle. And I think we'll just keep our finger on the brake and just full throttle, and here, see how this goes, eh? Alright, spoiler up. We'll try the takeoff, see if that works. Alright, get it really revved up and away we go. Hands on the throttle, ready to firewall it should it not work. But I'm sure this will work out quite well. I have faith in the 737. Does have your heart in your mouth though, doesn't it? Oof. And I'm going to turn on the autopilot and see what happens, eh? Let's see if this works. Let's see if it follows this. Wonder how this works, because you always turn your lights off above 10,000 feet, but we're took off from 10,000 feet. We'll figure that out, eh? You can see how this valley just slopes gently up. It's quite deceiving. I can imagine it would catch out a lot of pilots, or especially in the early years. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go flaps up now. We'll just turn off the landing lights, turn on the it's quite an interesting departure, isn't it? Still weaving up the valley as well. That is such a nice flight, isn't it? You guys definitely need to at least do the landing in real life. I can imagine the departure, by the looks of it, is just as stunning as well. We'll turn on our engine, I say, just give ourselves a bit more power. Probably should have kept the APU running for a bit longer, but look at that. That's so beautiful, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Was this flight great? Was this worth it? What we might do is we might just go speed intervention and just sort of slow her down a bit, eh? I'm really, really happy with that. That's really cool. That was a lot better than me doing what I did and going, wow, this is not happening as it should. But where is this going to now? I think when we did that next time, we should be... I think it's doing what it should be doing. Not too sure, but... might have missed a waypoint, but... not to worry. Or did we not put in the waypoints? I don't know. But that worked alright. That was quite a cool departure anyway. Not too sure what I was expecting there. I thought we'd do like a big hard turn back down the valley again, but right, we'll go back into give control back to the computer. We'll try that again next time. We'll try it with the Airbus, say, but that worked really well, guys. And we will speed it up once we get through this valley, of course. And head on out back to Delhi. We'll turn on the weather radar now. Stunning landscape. We'll definitely have to take the helicopter and weave our way through these mountains here. I think going off that chart, we should have been staying at 180 for most of that approach, but we'll try it again next time. That was the first time doing that. But yeah, no, that went really well. Can go to standard now. And I think that's us. We'll start speeding it up a bit. Say goodbye to Leh. We'll come back again and try that approach and take off again, but that went really well. And now the hard turn. These will be probably pretty heavy G's on the fellow passengers. Probably lots of strain too on the aircraft, but it's built for that, isn't it, the 737? Alright, what we will do is we'll get our approach set up. Departure, arrival, 28, less, 28 preferably. SB 6B, and then we'll just vect ourselves in. And we are now well and truly on our way. Climbing above this weather. And I could imagine it would be pretty bumpy too with that wind coming off the mountains there. And we're going to go to radio, get that set that to like 5th, that's probably fine. We'll actually preset get our ILS ready too, shouldn't we? Which is 10.3, we'll set it both into these. And we'll just set the Set the VLR just in case we need it. And 284 is our course, of course. And just like that, we're all set up for our arrival. A very short flight. Don't need to go any higher than that. But we'll definitely do that takeoff again, and we'll try it at a slower speed, see if we can meet those turns a bit more. I think it would fit quite nicely with the theme, wouldn't it? We did 2 takes of the arrival. One was, well, one was how it went. The second one was a lot better. And our departure, well, that one went quite smoothly, I reckon, but I reckon we can make it a lot better. So we will do that one as well. But yeah, I bet the passengers are happy to be heading to Delhi. Mind you, when they get off the plane onto the bus into the traffic, I bet they'll be wishing they're back in Leh having yak tea and eating their 15th meal of dal and rice for the week. And I was just reading there, silly me, I'm always good at reading right through the, not reading right through the manual. But there's actually a good step-by-step tutorial on how to do this properly, so we'll do that again, eh? Both flights, we'll do a departure, a flight to Leh, maybe from a different airport, and then we'll do a flight back, and we'll enter these in both aircraft, the A320 and the 737. We'll go through that again. I mean, with a arrival like that, who wouldn't want to do that again? But yeah, that was pretty good. I'm really happy with that. Right, well, we'll set this to our final approach fix of 2.6. Oh, and because we are coming into airport with the actual thingamajig, we can actually set this, which is great. I think flaps 3 might be a bit... Let's go with auto brake 2. And we can always add more brakes if we need it, and we'll go with flaps. Go flaps 30 because it's quite a congested airport. It probably need to be going relatively fast, and also too, from what I hear, flaps 3 is more fuel efficient. And we'll just get it set up in here too. Yeah, I might actually do a flight with the Airbus A320, see how that goes. And when we do these next flights, we'll use more current, up-to-date liveries, because I'm getting a bit bored of this livery. It looks too... Oh, it screams FSX to me. There's an aircraft with that livery, and I just find it... Because that's all I flew was standard liveries for a long, long time, and I just remember getting very, very bored of that livery. There's something about that dark blue and that yellow, just don't like that combination. And that, I love cheat lines, but that just looks so dated and so, ugh. So I'll definitely use another 737 for that, another livery that I have in my virtual, I forgot to turn off the yarn, but it was quite bumpy anyway. But in my virtual hangar, I'll get that out and we'll do that flight again. Just using the speed brakes just to keep it back on profile, because we are using 4 times sim rate. But we will slow it down for that turn. Apologies too if you get sick of me, like, I'm just flying as if I'm flying by myself. I don't realise I forget I've got viewers now watching. But if that's giving you a headache or what, just let me know. But so many times I've been watching YouTubers and I'm like, just go outside, I want to see what's outside. Everyone's quite focused inside, but I know why. But yeah, I do like looking around and seeing where I am, but I'll slow it down now. It's getting a bit too crazy. We'll turn on our anti-ice because it is a bit chilly out there. Oh no, it's getting any ice build up. Nah, that would have melted off by the time we get anywhere anywhere near Delhi. Turn on our landing lights to get it all ready for our landing. And then we'll just come right around and try and actually we can go into our legs page. Yeah, we'll just go direct to our final approach onto the ILS, and we might perform a cat-free landing, eh? We'll just do autoland, see how that works out, eh? Just deploying our spoilers to get our speed down, and we'll probably go into manage speed mode now by pushing that button there. And because there's lots of traffic, we'll just take that down a notch, that warning system, so it doesn't beep at us. I'm guessing it is. Is it the wet season in India? It must be, actually. Just remember, when you use your spoilers, just make sure you put it into arm mode, just keep it in that habit. Flaps 1, flaps 2, scroll that back down to the flaps 2 notch. Push the magic B button to change your thingamajigs. And just go to init page, have that onto the legs, and we want to go to mine 140 is perfect. Flying over the outskirts of Delhi, I can imagine. Flaps 2 can now come down. And we might as well just arm the approach with basically... Oh, we'll let it go down to 2.6. Or we'll arm the localizer. Yeah, we'll just do the approach, eh? We'll activate the approach, all set up. And our go around altitude is going to be same as 7,000, I think. Going to lower the landing gear now, get that plane slowing down. Speed's slowly dropping off. Flaps 30. And we'll just auto land it, eh? And we'll give that flight one more go, I reckon. I'll definitely put that out in the next YouTube video as well. We'll do one more with this, and we'll try and upload the data into here, and then we'll try it again with the Airbus. And it's a nice, lovely day in Delhi. Better keep an eye out on the runway. Oh, this is the Category 3 ILS, which, there we go.
300. Approaching minimums. 100. 50 minimums. 30. 20. 10.
Perfect. And we'll just use this exit, because I think our parking bay where we're going to park up is over there. Supporters can come up. Double click for your strobe lights. Flaps can come up. And we will taxi back to our domestic stand where we started, eh? If anyone's got any ideas on, I find the, because I've got it up on the Thrustmaster, the Airbus Thrustmaster, but I find it's the nose wheel locks up all the time. Is that just a normal thing, or is that just me? Oh, turn off our autopilot too. Oh, and we'll turn on our not that, our APU. Get that ready. And that's looking pretty good. We probably don't need our pitot headers on. And we'll taxi to our domestic apron, eh? And we can turn these to off. We'll shut down engine number 2. Oh, and we must engage our APU. And I think our flight traffic thing has done its little bug thing where the traffic disappears, but unless that's traffic over there, but I don't see any traffic, so it must have disappeared. Perfect, guys. Well, we will shut down the engines and turn off the strobe light, turn off these fuel pumps. And while we keep nice and warm, we'll let the passengers out into the lovely, steamy, hot Delhi rain, eh? And that is us, I believe. Right, I won't subject you to these ground services from arriving, but we will leave it at that. And the next video, we will master this properly. We won't be flying this livery again. I'm over this livery. We'll go for something nice, fresh and vibrant. And we'll do it also with the Airbus A320. Well, folks, you enjoy your afternoon, wherever you are, or morning, evening. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you on the next YouTube video. Heidi ho.